Welcome, folks, and welcome to another edition of Social Plus, where we dissect the major talking points from, of course, what is going on social media, from tweets, from posts on Instagram, even some content on YouTube, some content on TikTok. But this time around, we are focusing on Twitter. And don't forget, this is brought to you by Gigawin. Just go to www.gigawin.io and place your bet, register and place your bet. Lot of talking point from the weekend, talking about the Premier League. Arsenal draw points. Nottingham Forest continue to fly, continue to score goals. Olaino continue to be one of the best, right back in the Premier League. We have, Manchester United losing again. We have, the six-star performance from Manchester City, where Phil Foden looks like he's back to his normal form, and of course, Alan scoring after signing that 10-year contract with Manchester City. And lots of talking about, but we are focusing strictly on Manchester United because there are lots of talking points from that game where Ruben Amorim has come down heavily. Let me repeat it, come down heavily on the players, and it looks like the dressing room will not be like before anymore. Is that he's going to dampen them, or he's going to make them more gingered to go ahead and fight for their shirts? And there's a lot of clear out that is already going on. Rashford is like a done and dusted deal. He doesn't want him. A lot of comments from Amorim about his personality. The £100 million from Ajax talking about Anthony looks like he's moving, or he's already almost done deal going to Real Betis on a loan. And looks like Amorim is already trying to clear out the dead woods brought in by Eric Ten Hag. And because of this episode, Eric Ten Hag will form most of our conversation because he signed most of the dead woods, according to Twitter conversation of the players that are in the team. So let's start from some comments on social media. I think I screen grabbed some, so let's read it out and dissect it. You can comment, on our comment section. Follow us as well on our YouTube page, Puja Dissect, and comment. Let me see if I can see the first comment. Okay. Before that, let me just read out what Ruben Amorim said after the game, after they lost to Brighton at home. That's their third consecutive loss at home against Bradford. So Old Trafford is not a very tricky place to go. Every teams go there now and pick points, even maximum points. So let's talk about the quote. This is from BBC, and after the game, this is what Ruben Amorim said, and I quote. He said, in the past 10 games in the Premier League, we won 2. Imagine what this is for a fan of Manchester United. Imagine what this is for me. We are getting a new coach who is losing more than the last coach. I have full knowledge of that. We are the worst team maybe in the history of Manchester United. I know you media want headlines, but I'm saying that because we have to acknowledge that and to change that. Here you go, your headlines. So he's already fighting with the media and saying, the media wants headline. But based on performance, he said this team may be the worst ever, when it comes to Manchester United. And let me give it comments from the social media because this is Social Plus, so we have to take comment from the social media. And an ESPN journalist, Rob Dawson, said, entirely predictable result for Manchester United. Amorim has dealt such a tough hand. Not sure what he's expected to do with what is inherited. Talking about the team, the players, the mentality inherited from Ten Hag. And Mark Ogden, big journalist in England, said, this is the reality. Amorim inherited the worst United squad since the 1970s and probably the club's weakest attacking options in living memory. And that's the conversation on Twitter. And let me read what one of the strong Manchester United fans said on X, on Twitter. And remember, saying this is arguably one of their weakest attacking options. And Kenan said, Kenan GQ said, I maintain Zexi and Oiland are both ours, and neither should be leading the line for United. I'm not here to argue this. and that collaborates with the saying Man United have the weakest link, weakest attacking options. Let's move on and let's talk about the dead woods that Eric Ten Hag brought to the team that make sure that it's a complete waste of money at Manchester United. So let's start from, still talking about Kane, and he said $500 million in 3 years. Eric Ten Hag, peace will continue to elude you. That's a fan, coming down straight on Eric Ten Hag. And let's look at what Eric Ten Hag spent while at Manchester United. Eric Ten Hag spent total of approximately £858 million. That's over £750 million on player transfer during his tenure at Manchester United. This figure accounts for the transfer fee of players he signed across his time at Man United. And of course, people have been saying Amorim, inherited a very bad players with heavy wages, heavy transfer fee. And let's do a breakdown. Anthony was £82 million. Casemiro was £60 million. Martinez was £49 million. Mason Mount was £55 million. Okay, Weghorst was on loan. So we have Amrabat, a loan fee that was spent was £21.5 million. Sexy, £36.5 million. Delete, £38.6 million. Then Euro, £43 million. The figures for Sabitzer and Weghorst reflect the initial loan moves, but they did not involve permanent transfer fee. At the time of the arrival, the obligation to buy for Amrabat was set post-loan. Currency conversion rates are approximate and based on the rates as at that time of transfer. So we are not putting inflation. So we are talking about what is spent as at that time. So summing up everything, so that means he has spent £500 million, £592.3 million is spent during his time at Manchester United. And all the players I've read out have not done anything tangible for the team in the last 3 years. And that's why they said this team, since the 1970s, arguably going down to be one of the worst Manchester United team ever. And of course, Amorim is coming down hard on them, every day on them, criticize the players, and is starting the clear out. You have to be brutal to succeed because they are closer to the relegation than to the top. So Rashford already done and dusted, doesn't want Rashford in his team. It seems Real Betis will take Anthony on loan, and the struggle continue for Manchester United. So Eric Ten Hag have blood on his hand with the signing over £1 billion, £500 million with nothing tangible for this team. So that's it. That's our Social Plus dissecting the conversation on social media using extracts from the social media. And don't forget, this is proudly brought to you by Gigawin. Just go to www.gigawin.io and place your bet. Register and place your bet. Don't forget to follow us across our social media platform on Twitter, Puja Media, where we drop all the trending news, all the latest news, all the breaking news, all the news on home front, and of course our codes on Gigawin. And if you want to play our 10 plus odd, we have 10 plus odd every day of the week, Monday to Sunday. Just go to betcode_ng. And if you are a friend of the Telegram community, join our Telegram community, Puja Odds. But don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page, Puja Dissect. Tell your friend to tell your friend. Big episode coming, big studio coming, big things in 2025. And that's all. We are here for you guys. We know they collect money. Just subscribe, enjoy our content, share our content, and tell your friends and enemy that Puja Dissect is here to stay. Thank you guys for watching. Till come your way again. My name is Sulaiman Adebayo of Wolf Fans. Call me Puja. Like I said, the hard risks, the higher the expected return. May our ticket be green. Bye for now.